Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening! Hello everyone, welcome to the Game in Frame live stream. I'm Josh Pratt with Joshua, a joke crew behind the camera, and we're back at Mitchell Field Complex for American Soccer Club against Osner's FC in the National Premier Soccer League. If we have a look at our table, we're getting towards the business end of the regular season. A miraculous late equaliser 11 days ago has turned the tide in American Soccer Club season. Since that day, the Fighting Tomcats have gone from looking in danger of slipping out of the playoffs to having their destiny in their own hand. With the top two out of reach for the rest of the table and the bottom two surely out of contention as well, the race for the final playoff spot is going to be a good old-fashioned two-horse race between American Soccer Club and Santa Cruz. And American Soccer Club may have been behind that race a few weeks ago and in danger of falling off the pace, but they have made up massive grounds in the past week. Santa Cruz lost to New Haven last Wednesday before American Soccer Club beat Santa Cruz in an all-important showdown on Saturday. That has flipped the momentum in American Soccer Club's favour. If they beat Osner tonight, they leapfrog Santa Cruz to get into the playoff zone with 3 games for each club remaining, including a meeting against each other. And as you can see, Osner's sitting at the bottom, pointless. Very different campaign to what they had last year, where they made it into the playoffs, accumulating 11 points. It's been a really difficult season for them so far. But American Soccer Club will know better than to ever underestimate Osner's FC. The two sides met on three occasions last year. Osner's won 2, American Soccer Club won 1. And a big announcement for Osner's is Michnedia Cherry, their talisman up front, former pro and their top scorer last year, is back in the squad for the first time this season. And haven't they missed his goals? Just 4 goals to their name. Cherry can really change that very quickly. For American Soccer Club, they also have a notable addition, although he's not going to be starting, he's going to be on the bench. Junior Rosero, the new signing, a man who has glittered this season, as always does, for New York Renegades in the UPSL. Impressed Valeros as well in the APSL. Arguably the top striker in the pre-professional level in the greater New York area. And decent crowd showing up tonight. A lot of it is youth who are out in the field preparing their player tunnel for the players. We should get a walkout very shortly. Our teams are lined up. It's also Irish Heritage Night here at American Soccer Club, so I'm told we're going to be getting some good band action at half time. And also a reminder that American Soccer Club are sponsored by Allin & Cohen Orthopedic Group, Northwell. They feature a team of board-certified, fellowship-trained orthopedic subspecialists, as well as in-house advanced diagnostic imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation, and occupational therapy. Macron also proudly sports the Fighting Tomcats. They work hard to create cutting-edge, high-performance sportswear to support athletes from grassroots to professionals in their efforts to become heroes on and off the field. And LifeVac proudly supports American Soccer Club. The LifeVac is a revolutionary anti-choking device and now saved over 4,000 lives across the planet. Learn more about how to protect yourself and loved ones by heading to lifevac.net. I've got a LifeVac at home, I have to say. And Bola Market is the official neighborhood convenience store of American Soccer Club. Bola is joining American Soccer Club to create the first fully funded youth club academy in Long Island. Very exciting development there. And of course, Game and Frame, proud to be sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. There's not been amazing coordination on the kits, just looking over. American Soccer Club are going to be in their blue and white. Osner's in their white. I was half expecting Osner's to be in orange. But distinctive enough, certainly. Not sure exactly what the hold-up is for the teams. Had players and the referees lined up for a while. But out come our teams after a short wait. American Soccer Club have the chance tonight to jump into the playoff zone for the first time in many weeks. Osner's down on their luck, certainly. Winless in 5 games, but this team on their day are a great threat, and American Soccer Club will do wisely not to underestimate them, particularly with Ishnedia Cherry leading the line. Top scorer in the North Atlantic Conference last year. Now for American Soccer Club, our expected starting 11, Gannon in goal. The young goalkeeper's been excellent all season. Familiar back line of Tommy Wagner, right centre-back, Palameke in the centre-back, Andrew Watson at left centre-back, Chris Morandi, left wing-back, Luke Kirilenko, right wing-back, the skipper, Scott Fitzgerald, or Sean Fitzgerald even, excuse me, will be in the defensive midfield. Leo Pinto as one of the centre midfielders, and very notable, a start for Dylan Lopez, the 17-year-olds who just earlier this week committed to Stony Brook University. Incredible achievement. Congratulations, Dylan, and of course his family if they're watching, and a big night for the teenager who broke into American Soccer Club setup last year as a 16-year-old. The front line are going to be Aidan Colby and Braden Brown, who both scored in the all-important game on Saturday. For Osner's, not exactly sure the shape of the team, but we do know the rough positions at least. In goal, we're going to have Odagiri. Defenders are going to be Jolnot, Sose, and Myson. The midfielders is going to be Duhamel, Favard, Cisse, Pierre, Primavera. And the centre forward is going to be going for Gentle and Mitch Nerdia. Cherry, of course, very dangerous front pair.
The goalkeeper, number 1, Aidan Gunn. Forward, number 2, Braden Brown. Defender, number 3, Tommy Wagner. Forward, number 7, Aidan Colby. Midfielder, number 8, Leo Pinto. Midfielder and captain, number 13, Sean Fitzgerald. Midfielder, number 15, Dylan Lopez. Forward, number 17, Chris Morandi. Defender number 18, Andrew Watson. Defender number 21, Luke Kirilenko. And defender number 24, Ezekiel Palameke. The head coach of the Fighting Tomcats is John Fitzgerald. Assistant coaches Juan Palacio, Vic Montine, Ben Koch, and Rob Alipio. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you're able and remove your hats. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by Allegheny Avenue Elementary School Lindenhurst 5th grader Charlotte O'Flaherty.
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Charlotte, and let's hope the players can live up to that performance. It's a beautiful evening in New York, sitting at about 70 degrees, cooler than what we've had for a lot of the games so far this summer. And it looks like we've already actually had a change in Osner. There's a couple of last-minute changes from them. So it's going to be Medina actually in goal for them. Great to see so many youth down at the field. And it looks like we're going to get a presentation from General Manager Jim Kamid. I think actually might be some microphone problems.
Best out of 3. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Mitchell Athletic Complex, Nassau County. It is my honor this evening to present 2 awards to the same high school, which is almost unheard of. 2 Suffolk County champions joining us here at Mitchell Athletic Complex tonight for the inaugural American Soccer Club New York Long Island High School Champions Award. This award will be presented annually by American Soccer Club New York to recognize excellence, achievement, championship success in Long Island High School soccer. This evening is presented to the 2025 Northport High School Tigers boys and girls varsity soccer team. Let's give them a hand. Incredible season, incredible town, incredible high school. Your dedication and performance reflects the highest ideals, competition, teamwork, and community leadership. This award is presented on this day, June 17th, 2026, by American Soccer Club New York, the Fighting Tomcats, American Soccer Club New York versus Osner's Football Club in the NPSL, and Mitchell Athletic Complex in Uniondale. Congratulations, Coach Gitt and Strasser. At this time, I'd like to present these awards.
Lots of other action going on tonight in the NPSL. Shockers are playing Newport. Shockers fighting a title battle with New Haven in the North Atlantic Conference. Whoever finishes top in the division will get a bye to the NPSL semis. The second and third place will go to a semis. Say that it's a conference playoffs. Winner of the conference playoffs, of course, then goes to the next stage, which progresses eventually up to nationals. Newport sitting on just 1 point this season, which was earned against American Soccer Club. And also, Santa Cruz, they're sitting out tonight, but they're going to be taking on Newport at the same time that American Soccer Club face Shockers away on the weekend. Now, Leo Pinto, the jack of all trades, will kick things off here. And we're off. American Soccer Club have had a massive reversal in fortunes the past 10 days and now are on the precipice of getting into that playoff zone, which they so covet. They missed it agonizingly last year. It came down to the final day, to the final seconds. If they do want to finish in that playoff zone, even with the advantages they've gained themselves over the recent days, this is surely a must-win because they've got some really tricky games on the road coming up against Shockers and against Santa Cruz as well. And in fact, this is American Soccer Club's last home game in the regular season at the NPSL. Of course, they're going to be hosting the Cosmos a week from today at Stony Brook. We'll have that live on Game Frame. Massively looking forward to that, but the remaining 3 games in the North Atlantic Conference regular season are going to be away from home. There's Colo. And Osner certainly know what it's like to reach the playoffs. Did so last year. One of 4 teams in contention in that crazy season. Last campaign. They ended up getting knocked out by the North Atlantic champions, New Haven. So it's back to Colo. Susei. So it looks as if Osners are going to be in a 5-3-2 as well. So both teams starting with that shape, or you could call it a 3-5-2, I suppose, depending upon where the teams are in the field. Obviously, the wing-backs going to be given lots of license to charge forward. Here comes Jennifer Glentor, who's going to be very menacing for this American Soccer Club defence, you'd imagine. Getting charged into the net. Palameke quick to check he's okay. Gentle, a product of Met Oval's academy system. Someone we've seen plenty in the last few years in Game of Frame, a wonderful talent. This is the team's first meeting at Mitchell Athletic Complex when they met last year in American Soccer Club's home. American Soccer Club were playing their games at Hofstra. It's actually the opening day when these teams met. American Soccer Club's first ever NPSL match. Osners took a 2-0 lead after about an hour. Pierre, who is starting, it looks like, on the left flank, one of those goal scorers. They may have actually switched that. There's been a couple of late changes from Osners right before the kickoff. I think actually Pierre has been switched onto the bench, so it looks like in his stead on that far side is Marvin Mondesir. But the 2 other meetings last season, American Soccer Club 1-1 at St. John's at Osners' home last year, and Osners won the other. All of them decided by a single goal margin. And indeed, just about every American Soccer Club result in their history has either been a draw or decided by 1 goal margin. Particularly last season. They have had a few more comfortable ones, but even Santa Cruz 2-0 on Saturday was in contention for much of the game. Overplayed at the back by Osners, and Fitzgerald tried to guide it in, a couple of feet over the crossbar. Susei. Jonna. It's been an unhappy season for Osners defensively. They conceded 15 goals in 5 games. Got battered at home on Saturday against Shockers, who, to be fair, have done a fair bit of battering this campaign. Sent through, and meets Nadia Cherry, has got their first Gannon off his line. Too much on it for Glenford Gentle. Well, that was a little haphazard from Gannon, and very fortunate the delivery wasn't of a high quality by Cherry. Dylan Lopez. First start for American Soccer Club for the teenager. It's already been an incredible few days for him, announcing his commitment to Stony Brook University. Colo. Susay. Osner's having most of the possession early on here. Favard. Searching ball, Primavera. Favard. One back by the industriousness of Kobe Brown, but squandered by Braden Brown. American Soccer Club have looked to those pair for much of their goals. They lost Brian Saramago, their top scorer last year, to a hamstring injury. They're hoping the man on the bench, Junior Azera, can help fill the shoes as well. And we have to give, of course, an honourable mention to joint top scorer right now for the Fighting Tomcats, Ezekiel Palameke, the centre-back, whose brace earned American Soccer Club that all-important draw against New Haven that really, you felt, shifted the momentum in what had been a difficult period for the Long Islanders. A remarkable game, that one. American Soccer Club playing down to 10 men for 80 minutes. They took the lead with a Palameke towering header and held on until the final 10 minutes. New Haven struck twice. Their second goal, which gave them the lead, was an absolute beauty. Literally struck as the storm struck, which suspended the game for over an hour. Final 8 or so minutes, when you counted the stoppage time, were played after much waiting around, and Ezekiel Palameke equalised literally the final kick of the game. Swung in by Pinto towards Palameke, who wasn't too far away. The Colombian, always the focal point of the set-piece delivery. He is a big physical presence. Cisse. Colo. To Hamill. Driven, hopefully, towards Primavera. Chris Morandi, who's played at centre forwards and in the wing back position. It's going to be the left wing back for American Soccer Club. Morandi scoring in the second meeting between these clubs. Osner's patient in possession early on here. And not travelling too far. Their home ground this year is Queen's College, which is where both teams will meet again on the final day of the season, regular season. Pinto. Colo. Osner was not able to play out of the press that time. And we'll get a long throw here from Tommy Wagner. Lots of legs on the throw. Cleared out by Joel Nutt. And Cisse ran it out of play. Dylan Lopez. Palameke. Morandi. Lopez. Palameke driving it crossfield. He spotted The run of Kirilenko asked too much of the fullback, though. Palamaki brings so much experience into the back line for American Soccer Club. 33 years old, he had a 15-year professional career spanning Europe, South and Central America, Saudi Arabia. Most recently played with Plaza Amador of Panama. American Soccer Club didn't get a clean sheet last season. They've got 2 in their first 6 games this season, a bit more respectable. Mondesir searching towards Miss Nadia Cherry, misjudged, excuse me, by Watson. Glenford Gentle took too many touches. Miss Nadia Cherry, a former pro, so that would be a very interesting matchup between Palamaki and Cherry. Colby looking to bully his way through, and I think he bought that free kick somewhat. But Susay was caught on his heels. Couldn't get himself out of the way and booked. Could see that just about being a free kick. But I have to say, I think the yellow's quite harsh, honestly, on Susay, especially for the first foul. I suppose you could argue. Colby driving right towards the penalty area. Good work by American Soccer Club's centre forwards. And they'll get a free kick thanks to his work. Leo Pinto standing over it. Everyone back except for Cherry for Osners. Pinto bends it towards the far post. Useful looking ball. Medina got a hand to it. First corner of the evening. Cannot overstate what a beautiful mid-June evening it is. None of the humidity we're so often perturbed with. Swung in. Osners again meeting the challenge. That wasn't the best clearance by Duhamel, more up than away. Popped back in by Kirilenko. And it took a very awkward bounce there. Wagner with the header, the flag had gone up anyway. They bounced it down into the ground, didn't connect with it quite how he would like, I think. But nonetheless, that bounce nearly outfoxing Medina, who's not the tallest goalkeeper. Colo looking towards Cherry. It's a long pitch at Mitchell Field. High lines have to be careful, especially when you've got pacey players up front like Cherry. Colby doing good work again, swings it in. Took a deflection. Primavera. Cisse. It's a very technically astute Osners team, but right as they say that, they give it away clumsily. Dylan Lopez. Fitzgerald sprays it to Kirilenko. Not enough legs on the ball. Susay clears it. Good spell for American Soccer Club. And with the Wagner throw-in, these sorts of positions effectively are like corners. When it goes anywhere out anywhere along the touchline, Wagner hurls it in. Not really cleared by Osners. They got it wide, and then there's some contact in the box. Not a lot to it. Palamaki and Cherry with their first duel. Cherry coming away with it. But Duhamel was flat-footed. The hosts applying the squeeze on the visitors right now. Kirilenko. Tommy Wagner. It's lost by American Soccer Club. Cherry, who's absent from Osner because he was playing abroad past few months. Duhamel sprays it out wide nicely to Mondesir. Tries to force his way down the touchline. He is going to get a throw in for Osners. And it looks like we're going to get a long throw here from Osners. Held up by Favard. Pinged in, but not a great cross by Mondesir. Aidan Colby will bring it out for the Fighting Tomcats. Morandi. This is looking promising for American Soccer Club. Braden Brown, overload on the right. And it was well anticipated by Colo, and Braden Brown inadvertently put a hand in the face. I don't think anything intentional, but certainly a free kick. Whilst we've got this break, a reminder we've got lots of action coming up in the next few days on Game and Frame. This weekend, Osners have got another important game. They're going to be playing in the UPSL American North semi-final, taking on Red Hook. That's going to be at 4:30 p.m. We're going to have Cosmos B against Union Soccer Club in the South UPSL semi-final, and Renegades against New York Empire, 8:20 p.m. in the UPSL North American North semi-final. So we're going to have 3 semi-finals back-to-back from the UPSL on Saturday night, and indeed we're going to have the 4th as well on Sunday. But I'll also remind you, American Soccer Club against the Cosmos next week, a week from today, coming to you live from Stony Brook. Incredible occasion to play one of the most historic clubs in America. Colo had to get some attention here. So Osners are going to be temporarily down to 10 men. Made a decent start here, Osners. Had a good chance, but about the 10-minute mark, certainly the momentum has shifted towards the American Soccer Club, a bit more of the possession, more promising with the attacks. Put a few difficult balls into the penalty area. Braden Brown overran it. And you know, actually, I see there's been another late change for Osner. It's actually Augustin Benedict, who was on that far side and is going to come back on. Or Benedict Augustin, excuse me. Driven up towards Mason Cherry. The joys of pre-professional commentary do sometimes get some surprises here and there, often after the game's kicked off. Colo still waiting, Augustin still waiting to come back on. I don't know if they're following the FIFA rules now. Of a minute. Osner still trying to play out from the back, even with the man disadvantage. And I'm not sure, the referee just forgot about Augustin there. And he's finally been able to come back on. To the World Cup now, we've got the 1 minute rule, and Augustin immediately having a chunk out of Aidan Colby. Watson. Palamake. Towering header by Wagner, who switched onto that left side for now. I just wondered, there's been a formation change for American Soccer Club in that injury break towards the far post. There's Colby. Couldn't really get over it, not the easiest of headers to pull off. There's definitely been a change of shape for American Soccer Club. They've got 4 at the back now, so Wagner is the left back. Watson and Palamake, the centre backs. Kirilenko at right centre back. And Chris Morandi, who I was saying can play in the front line, has gone into the left wing. Colby is at centre forwards and Braden Brown on the right flank. So a shift about 20 minutes in here, quite a significant one by Coach Fitzgerald. Osner's still with 5-3-2 themselves. Medina clears the lines. Watson and Cherry in the 50-50. Watson winning it. Pinto getting impeded, it seemed like a few times, but referee waving play on. Heavy touch by Cisse. Duhamel. Cherry works it out to Mondesir. Cherry looked to do the give and go. Didn't pay off. And Kirilenko shepherding the ball out. Favard with 2 headers in a row. Watson retains possession for American Soccer Club. Pinto, good spin and sprays it to Fitzgerald, who returns it back across, and that's a very interesting looking ball. Braden Brown at full stretch, couldn't hook it back across to Colby. Well, it's not the first time American Soccer Club have tried one of those diagonal balls, and Osners have looked a little vulnerable, and perhaps that's partially why Coach Fitzgerald has switched to the front 3. Osners wing-backs don't track back, and it is a 3 against 3, and there's certainly spaces in behind that back line, which again has conceded an average of 3 goals a game in the NPSL so far this season. Wagner gives it all the way back to Gannon. Pinto looking early. Augustin too strong for Braden Brown. Braden Brown going into his sophomore year at Queen's College as Pinto brings that down. Cisse takes it away from Fitzgerald, and Osners may be looking for a break. Not a good pass by Cisse. Both teams just lacking that A little bit of quality on the final ball. Palamaki taking a bit of a gamble with Gent on his back. But Braden Brown, as I was saying, going into his sophomore year in Queen's College, had a great rookie year, scored 13 goals. A record for the programme for a rookie. Named to the D2 All-American team. As Colby managing to earn himself another free kick in a very similar position to Ray did about 10 minutes ago. And in very similar fashion, pushed the ball past, drew in the contact. Morandi will take this. Just Favard in Medina's wall. Morandi. Looked like Cisse who got the head there. It'll be another corner kick for American Soccer Club on that far side. Pinto will send in an out-swinging corner kick towards the penalty area. There's Morandi who didn't connect with it. Fitzgerald approaching the 30-minute mark, I should say, as Braden Brown brings it down. Kirilenko, floodlights just turning on here. Cleared out by Susay. And then John Nurt. And a lovely touch by Mimi Duhamel. Osner struggling to really get that front line involved at the moment. Nicely switched by Palamaki. Morandi. Fitzgerald. Kirilenko first time. Braden Brown a step behind it. Medina and Augustin very composed dealing with that. That's a lovely triangle there from Osner's. Got the pass by Mondesir loose. Palamaki floats it towards the edge of the penalty area. Took a bounce. And Colby penalised for what looked like a very slight push there. Good rise by Cherry. Favardi, excuse me, as Cherry down the end of it. Couldn't make the most of it. It's looked a little rusty, Cherry, by the very high standards he set last year, but perhaps just biding his time. Want to see it, whips it in. Met by Cisse, but not cleanly, and very comfortable for Gannon. Saw the entire front line of France looking rather ordinary in the first half, and then they exploded spectacularly into life against Senegal. Colby is causing a lot of trouble for Osners with his physical presence. Those 50-50s. Even if he's not touching it, he's shoulder to shoulder with centre-backs, getting them out of position. So here comes another Wagner long throw-in. Held in, he gets so much distance on them, Wagner. A lot of bodies going down. Play continues, Wagner heads it in, less effectively than the throw-in. And Misnedia Thierry has got the other side of Watson, and the break can start here for Osners. He's got Gentle with him, sends it across to Glenford Gentle. Kirilenko with him. But the blue shirts getting back very quickly to throw a blanket on the fire. Medina only putting that out for a throw. Lopez. Up on the corner by Colby, and it just gone out for Chris Morandi. Susay. Cherry's flick and goes to Palamaki, but Fitzgerald can't hold on to it. Cisse. To Hamill. Gives it to Mondesir. Jonah. Osners have been very consistent in their approach to play out the back where possible. And this time Medina just seeing too many blue shirts on that press. Went long. This is a game that feels in need of a goal right now. Relatively open first quarter of an hour in terms of chances, but not as much explosive action since then. Jonah helped on by Gentle, well covered by Morandi. Loose by Colby. Skipper to Hamill. Jonah. Lovely give and go between Primavera and Favard, and Primavera's got lots of time towards Glenford Gentle, too much on the cross. Kirilenko got a header on the far post, thrown for Osners. Well, I think what this first 36 minutes has certainly shown is, even though Osners are pointless so far in the league table, they are no pushover. It's been very tight so far. Lovely touch by Favard. Primavera. Wasteful again from the right back, who's had it in good positions twice and has failed to capitalise both times. Able to help that back to Medina. Watson aggressive and winning that 50-50. Pinto got the ball stuck under his feet. Duhamel. Cherry couldn't hold on to it. Fitzgerald looking for an ambitious ball to Kirilenko. And back by Augustin. Jonah. Searching ball towards Gentle. Palameke, that was awkward. And Gannon able to pick that up because absolutely no way that was an intended back pass. Well, ended up being a decent knock back to the keeper, unintentionally. Gannon going direct to the physical presence of Aidan Colby. Braden Brown. Fitzgerald. He'll get the foul. And Osners are going to make a change. The guy, Kabaloo, is going to come on. And it's Gentle withdrawn, and I wonder if he just picked up a little niggle. Going for Gentle. Again, they do have that UPSL North American semi coming up on Saturday, and looks as if the shin pads were forgotten by Calaboo, who's borrowing Gentle's. That is a real degree of personal intimacy to be sharing shin pads. Gentle pre-sweating them for him. Morandi, crossfield. Headed out by Duhamel. And here's Favard. A little bit loose by Calaboo for his first touch. But he'll get it again. Only cleared as far as Fitzgerald. Touches it away from Jonah. Intercepted by Duhamel. Puts it out for a throw-in. Looks like a straight positional swap with Calaboo, excuse me, going into the centre forward position alongside Cherry. We'll try and verify that shortly when they're on the attack. Jonah. Susay. Sent down the channel. Primavera. Go out for a throw. Thrown in towards Miss Nadia Cherry. Palameke using all his experience to give him a slight nudge in the back, but not enough to concede the penalty. Kirilenko searching towards Aidan Colby, who came in late on the back of John Nutt. I think it's fair to say it's just a bit of quality lacking in both teams going forwards right now. Certainly have the quality, but neither showing it currently, although that's a lovely touch by Primavera. Favard, Cisse, Miss Nadia Cherry, Gannon bravely off his line, and he has taken a hit for it. Miss Nadia Cherry, quick to offer his apologies, and he was certainly entitled to go for that ball. It was very, very close race. Right. The teenager Gannon, first off his line. Augustin. Mondesir. Duhamel. Ball didn't have the legs for Primavera. Lopez helps it on over his head. Then Primavera with a clever touch. Favard, shoulder to shoulder with Morandi. And Morandi doing well to contain that situation. Goal kick for American Soccer Club. A point tonight would put American Soccer Club in the playoff zone. It'll leave them neck and neck with Santa Cruz. With 3 games left, American Soccer Club will travel to Shockers this weekend, which is going to be very tricky. Shockers 1-6, lost 1. Although you have to remember, on the opening day of the season, it took a very late winner from Shockers to defeat American Soccer Club. And I think fair to say, particularly in the second half, American Soccer Club were the better team. Although both teams made plenty of signings since then. And Shockers, well, you can't argue with their record of 1-6, lost 1. American Soccer Club will then face Santa Cruz the next weekend, and that could potentially be decided. Santa Cruz have got what should be a relatively routine fixture this weekend at home against Newport. So American Soccer Club, if they can't win tonight, certainly will have squandered an opportunity and could well find themselves then heading into the 27th against Santa Cruz, behind again in the table. But this has been extremely even in terms of the balance of the first half. Morandi hurling it in. Not surprised Wagner didn't take that. There's Wagner. Palameke. Kirilenko. Couldn't hold off Calabou and a few of his mates. And that's the final action of a goalless first half. It's had moments where it looked like it might spring into life, but not the best half of football you ever see. Can't really remember a clear chance fashioned out at either end. Just murmurs of threat. But guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back shortly with the second half. And also, as she mentioned, we might have, and if it does come out on the field, we might have a half-time show for Irish Heritage Night. If that happens, then we'll come out of it at half-time. If we have a look, Josh, over to our left, actually, we've got them preparing to come out, so I think we'll actually just keep the camera on them for now.
Welcome to Irish Heritage Night, presented by Gola Market. First 100 fans in tennis line receive a $25 gas card. Also, stay tuned, coming up here at halftime. We have a performance from Tara Pipes and Drums from Master People, presented by the Ancient Order of Hibernians of Long Island. Gola Market is the official neighborhood convenience store of American Soccer Club New York. Gola is committed to the following compassionate soccer program and is joining with American Soccer Club New York on the first fully funded youth soccer academy of its kind here on Long Island. Orland and Cohen Orthopedic Group Northwell proudly supports the American Soccer Club New York Fighting Tomcats. They feature a team of board-certified fellowship-trained orthopedic subspecialists, as well as in-house advanced diagnostic imaging, neuromuscular testing, pain management, physical rehabilitation, occupational therapy.
T-shirt cannon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we turn your attention now to the field as we welcome a special performance from Tara Pipes and Drums from Massapequa, presented by the Ancient Order of Hibernians of Long Island. got a big hand for Dallas Pipes and Drums from Massapequa.
Great performance by the Tara Pipes and Drums. We're going to go to our commercial break, guys, and then we will shortly have the second half of American Soccer Club and Osner's FC.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential. Hello everyone, welcome back to Mitchell Athletic Complex. I think perhaps Coach Fitzgerald's displeasure with that first half has been spoken to, with 3 substitutes stripped down and preparing to come on for American Soccer Club, including the new signing, the prolific Junior Rosero, whose name resonates across the land when it comes to pre-professional soccer. The UPSR national champions Renegades call him their talisman. Scored 12 goals in 12 goals in 7 games. And also It's going to be a debut for Kevin Romero coming on. And Braden Walker introduced as well. Osner appears for now unchanged. Aidan Colby, one of the subs who's come off. I think Braden Brown has actually been withdrawn as well, so the front pair taken off. Junior Rosero is the right centre forwards, and Braden Walker the left centre forwards. So perhaps Coach Fitzgerald returning. Well, let's just see. Actually, no, I think he may. We'll see. He may have returned to the 5-3-2. May actually be Rosero in centre forwards and Caroline Carp. We'll get some insight shortly. I think they've probably returned to a 3-5-2 here, American Soccer Club, as second half kicks off. 0-0 in that first, relatively uneventful, which for American Soccer Club, given the opportunity they have tonight to get clear daylight over Santa Cruz in the playoffs, is not acceptable. Osner's yet to get a point this season, but they certainly held their own in this first half.
Number 14, Kevin Romero, coming off number 15, Dylan Lopez.
And Kevin Romero has replaced the teenager Dylan Lopez.
Coming off number 7, Aidan Colby. Coming on number 9, Braden Walker. Coming off number 2, Braden Brown. Substitutions to start the second half.
If anyone who's watched Junior Rosero, you know his repertoire well. His shooting is almost peerless, particularly from range. He's a good link-up player as well. And he's someone who you can mark out of a game and then have one slip-up, give him half a chance, and he will punish you explosively often. Braden Walker, centre forwards from Lake Ron Clonmena, and Matt Oval, academy product, rising sophomore at Stony Brook. Wagner, Rosero with his first touch in the Macron Legion shirt. Palamake, not the best switch, and Primavera will surge onto it. Calabu out on the flank for Cisse. Held up by Morandi. Jono made a mess of the header and then had a little tug on the back of Walker. Morandi, Walker, Rosero, Wagner. It's definitely a return to the shape that American Soccer Club started with, 5-3-2 or 3-5-2, you want to see it. Romero given some space here onto his left foot. Romero got some pace on the strike, but not the accuracy. So sorry guys, I realised we stopped the thunder and lightning delay last time. We had our timer stuck into stoppage time, and Just correcting that now. Not in the 93rd minute. Driven forward by Augustin. That looked like a heavy push on the back of Kalubu. Referee lenient. Rosero turning into trouble. Good tackle by Wagner. Fitzgerald stealing it away from him and getting it back from Pinto. Nicely played out by the midfielders, and this is looking very sharp indeed. Braden Walker, that's a poor touch, a shame, because the move was really building up nicely there. Duhamel, the general in midfield for Osner. That's a good ball, and it's given inside. Kalubu. Actually, it's Nadia Cherry, excuse me. Has to settle for the corner kick. Not a terrible ball, honestly, but no one charging into the back post for Osners. Talamake swings it forwards. Cisse with the header. Mondesir. Cherry felt the contact in his back. And Osners have an opportunity to deliver into the penalty area. Cisse swings it in. Awkward height for Palamake. Judged to the diving header was the best option. Clever flip by Rosero, and then it came off of Romero's hand. Cisse. Primavera. Kalubu. Coming on for Glenford Gentle. Before half time, I can only presume that meant a knock for Gentle. Morandi. Down the channel. Clever spin by Braden Walker, who's away from Joel Nort. Walker still with it. And Kirilenko takes a deflection and a fraction too far ahead for Morandi. Good goalkeeping by Medina to come off his line. Just wonder if Walker could have gone one more inside with that pass to Rosero, who was in shooting position. Really good run though by the centre forwards to build up that attack. Loose pass by Cisse. Rosero. Wagner. Palamake. Walker caught in it. Driven across field towards Mondesir. Got the first touch wrong, but able to hook it back in. Augustin. Favard. Driven across field by Sousse. That's a lovely ball. Primavera has had a few decent crossing opportunities, but hasn't made the most of it by any means. Particularly in the first half, had two chances where he's in a lot of space, just couldn't pick out a man. And Osner have a player down on the far side. I think it is Cisse.
Welcome tonight's groups in attendance, Massapequa Soccer Club.
And whilst we have this interval, let me remind everyone, today's broadcast sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. And also, we've got plenty of action coming up the next few days. On Saturday, we've got a triple header UPSL semi-final, starting with Red Hook against Osners at 4:30 p.m. and then Cosmos B against Junior Soccer Club and Renegades against Empire. So Cosmos B kicking off at 7:30, Renegades against Empire at 8:20. The Red Hook and Renegades game in the UPSL American North Conference and the Cosmos B game in the American South. And we also have the other American South semi on Sunday. So a clean sweep of UPSL American semis. And also, I want to remind you, we're going to have American Soccer Club against the Cosmos a week from today, live from Stony Brook. What an occasion that will be. Pele's Cosmos playing the Fighting Tomcats. All that exclusively on Game and Frame. So Cisse is getting treatment from the medic right now. Osners are down to 10 for now. There's activity on the bench. It's not looking particularly good for Cisse. He's on his back right now. It looks like his knee is getting some work. Rosero. Really good defending by Mondesir. Kept in by Walker. The cross straight into the hands of Medina. The skipper, Fitzgerald. Wagner. Palameke. Watson. Morandi. Still Chris Morandi. Augustin sticking very closely to Junior Rosero, as you have to. Wagner. Good reading and composure by Augustin. Mondesir towards Cherry, who's been very, very quiet. Last year's top scorer in the North Atlantic Conference. Hasn't had too much of the ball, honestly. Primavera. So Cisse, I think, is down for the count. Tolbert. Owosu will be introduced when the ball next goes out of play. To Hamill. Augustin. Fitzgerald. Works it up to Junior Rosero, and Osners are a little short of the back. Rosero floats it forward. Braden Walker in behind. Walker goes down, and the referee says the ball was gotten by Susay. I tell you what, that looked pretty contentious. Coach Fitzgerald is incensed. I'm a long way away from up here. I don't want to sound like I'm copping out, but to the naked eye from up here, looked to me like that was a penalty. I think Walker had touched that away, and Susay cleaned him out. Big moment in the game, right on the hour mark. Susay. Palamake. Osner still down to 10 as they wait to make this change. Romero, and the flag is going to go up against Walker, no doubt about that. And excuse me, actually, there's been some more change of numbers for Osner, so it's actually going to be Serge Anthony Lucien who is going to come on. He's going to come on into midfield. Lucien, a player who can glide across the turf at times. Creative force. He may have gone into the front line here with Cherry, with Calibu sitting deeper. Junior Rosero with a wasteful effort that time, but if you've watched Junior Rosero before, you know he's certainly entitled to shoot from there. We've seen him score from that range. So I think we might have a change of shape here from Osner's. Perhaps 3 up front now with Lucien in the number 10. Cherry. Palamake continuing his watchful vigil over Osner's prolific striker. Calibu. Mondesir. Loose pass by him. Pinto. Looking to drive foot. He's done really well there, Pinto. Rosero helps it around the corner. Romero. John not stepped. There's a good decision by the defender. Combinations have been a bit more zippy and fluid from American Soccer Club in the second half. But other than that, Braden Walker, penalty shout, controversially waved away. Still yet to really create a good chance. Susay. Clever little delay on the ball there, and Mondesir was looking for Cherry and instead smashed it, unfortunately, into Calibu's head. And the trainer immediately being waved on. That was taken with quite some force. And Osner again are going to be temporarily down to 10 men. I think the third time tonight for injury. Rosero. Does well, Junior Rosero. Kirilenko drifts it cross field. Romero. First touch was good. Second, not so much. Sliced the half volley. Although we're still waiting for our first goal, the American Soccer Club mascot, and I have to say I've forgotten what God's name that mascot is. I think actually it's the Life Back mascot, giving some excitement on the touchline. Walker. Well-timed tackle to stop him by Sousay. If we don't get a goal, well, American Soccer Club end up not winning this. They're going to look back at that penalty call waved away, I'm sure, sent inside towards Pinto. He set it back and Romero didn't pull the trigger. Kalubu. Jonah. Cherry, he's spun away from Watson and then showed too much of it to Palamake. Duhamel. Favard. Mondesir. Lucian, slightly too much height on it from Mondesir. Pinto. Kirilenko. Behind Junior Rosero, who was starting to run in behind. Loose touch, though, by John Nutt. Braden Walker. Oh, that travelled a long way. It's going to come to Kirilenko. Some blue shirts taken from the area. Kirilenko sends it back in. Osners have defended their penalty area well tonight, thus far. Again, Satinat's come in with an extremely leaky defence. 15 goals conceded in 5 games. Rosero is going to be offside there. Bit of indecision about Osners, how they're going to take that goal kick, or the free kick, excuse me, and taking it short. Romero, stopped by Duhamel. But American Soccer Club's captain Fitzgerald winning it back. Morandi. Cross took a deflection. Medina not convincing with his handling. Osner's escaping. Primavera bringing it away. Cherry. Does well. Lucian. Cherry was continuing the run. Lucian couldn't find him. Mondesir. Lucian. Miss Nadia Cherry will win a corner kick for Osners with 21 minutes remaining. This game sitting on a knife edge. American Soccer Club going into the playoff zone with this result, but only on goal difference against Santa Cruz. Not the result American Soccer Club really need, given they've got shockers this weekend, and Santa Cruz have got a much easier one on paper, at least against Newport, as that is not contained by American Soccer Club initially. Cleared it on the second attempt. Some more activity on both benches. Randy misjudged the bounce, and Palameke is going to concede a very soft free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Didn't look like there was a lot in that. This could not be a better shooting position for Osners. Pavard, Sousset and Calabou all over the ball. Looks like it's going to be either Sousset or Calabou. Gannon has put 5 in his wall. It's Calabou. Oh, he's hit the post. What an effort from Calabou. Beautifully bent. Beautifully dipped over the wall. Denied by a matter of inches. And Aidan Gannon was absolutely rooted to the spot there, just praying it was going to be the right side of the woodwork from his perspective. And it was by the finest of margins. Morandi's going to be replaced. And Sanchez, who came off the bench to get an assist. On Saturday, came on. Palameke. Pinto, Rosero. And Sanchez, the speed demon. Osner short of the back. Back to Junior Rosero, heavy with his first touch. Palameke sets it to Fitzgerald. Lucian dispossesses him, but only as far as Watson. Oh, excuse me, Wagner. American Soccer Club have switched back to the 4-3-3. Kirilenko. Walker. Brings it down well. Sanchez. Floats it in. Walker at the top of his jump. Fitzgerald! Just over the crossbar. Caught it on the half volley. It was a snapshot. Couldn't quite lean over it. Big chance for the Fighting Tomcats. Sherry. Calabou. Right in the tackle. That wasn't quite up to the standards of his last hit. Shanked it well past the post. Kervin Mondesir is going to come on to join his brother Marvin on the field. Unless, of course, it is Marvin the name to be subbed off. Augustin came off the worst from that aerial challenge and was dragged onto the field by his teammate just to make sure he was injured in the right place. Can understand Osner's not wanting to be down to 10 again temporarily due to injury. It'll be the 4th time this evening. But it was an awkward fall for Augustin. Well, Osner couldn't avoid going down to 10. He did have to get the trainer in the end, Augustin. And he's looking a little worse for wear at the moment. Walker, shoulder to shoulder, nothing wrong with that. He wins it back, Walker. He's added some liveliness to the front line since coming on at half time, that's for sure. Touch from Lucian didn't pay off there. Palameke held it down the line. It looks as if Montes' shirt was tugged. But actually, he's been penalised. I have to say, I've not been thoroughly convinced with some of the refereeing tonight. I think it's probably just about evened out. Unless, of course, you see the penalty that American Soccer Club didn't get. There's a mistake. That was quite a big omission. So I think that is the end of Augustin's evening, and in the next interval, Kervin Mondesir will be sent on for Osner to get them back to 11. But they've got some defending to do before that. We're inside the final quarter of an hour. Kirilenko, not the best delivery, and not the best clearance either. Kirilenko will let it run out. And Osners are allowed to make their change, so Kervin Mondesir will go on the right side by the looks of it. I think it's fair to say, no matter the result tonight, Osners are just about out of the playoff hunt with 0 points, even with all the games in hands they have. They're still playing with lots of pride as that's hit by Walker. But mind you, if Osners could find a winner tonight and then one away against New Haven, which is a big, big if with the way New Haven has played this season, then suddenly they'd be just 3 points off of playoffs, but not necessarily on the cards how they've been so far this season. Kirilenko. Rosero losing out to Susse on that header. Pinto. Finds Sanchez. Returns it to Pinto. Kirilenko. Towards the far post. Set down towards Walker by Sanchez. Osners, again, compact defensively in a way we haven't seen for much this season. Here's Cherry down the other end. Calabou. Jonah. Marvin Mondesir. Lucien. Calabou.
Your attention, please. Substitution for American Soccer Club New York coming on.
Foot by
Number 19,
Kevin
Sanchez, coming off number 17,
Romero, which I'm not sure Wagner was aware of. Let it run out. Kirilenko.
Osner. Substitution for Osner.
Not the best of passes. Forwards to Walker. Fitzgerald wins it back and spins very intelligently. Loose from Romero. And to Hamill winning that challenge. Lucien, speculative effort. Would have to have been very special to beat Gannon from there. Palamake, Rosero. Spin Sousay. Braden Walker unawares of that ball, which I think was actually intended for Leo Pinto behind the back line. Good step by Watson. But then he lost control. So untidy passage of play from both teams, neither being careful enough with the ball. Fitzgerald finds Walker. You can see some legs starting to get a bit heavy out there, and that can lead to more mistakes, which can lead to opportunities. That's a good bit of play from Walker. Comes to Kirilenko. Junior Rosero. Rides the tackle. It's a good one. Rosero keeps the ball for the Fighting Tomcats. Lost by Walker, though, by Sousay, who defended that really well. And he's going to send it in behind for Lucien, who was comfortably offside. That's another Osner's player down. It's Jonah at this time. It's not been a good night for the Haitian team for injuries. They've picked up a bunch of knocks. Coach Fitzgerald is going to make another substitution. Lucas Nicolo is going to replace Andrew Watson. And for Osners, Widmison Lute is going to come on and replace the injured Jonah. A reminder, we're going to have Osners back in action on Saturday in the UPSL American North Semi. They'll face Red Hook. They're going to be hoping that none of the injuries they've sustained today are going to be too lasting. Big game in the club's history. I think it's a pretty makeshift back line for Osners now. They've lost Augustin and Jonah to injury.
Substitution for American Soccer Club New York in the 23rd minute, coming on number 22, Lucas Nicolo, coming off number 18, Andrew Watson.
Half of our games that we've covered for American Soccer Club, the home games, have seen a late winner. Or, excuse me, a late goal that's changed the outcome. We had Shockers winning it in stoppage time and Palamake's immortal equaliser against New Haven after American Soccer Club had played for 18 minutes down to 10 men. Ranging ball by Calabou, but Osner still can't get Miss Nadia Cherry into the game. Calabou. Lucien. Sousay. Marvin Mundaset just hooks it up. Sousay. Primavera. Lucien. Helped on. Favard. Kirilenko watching it well. Cherry winning it back though. Calabou. Not the worst effort in the world. But again, it would have really needed to have been very, very special to score from there. Had Gannon scrambling. But comfortably wide. Pinto. He'll get the foul there. Got sandwiched there, Pinto. I think suffering a little bit from cramp too. Nicolo with his first touch. It's a good ball. Well, I thought for a second, slightly out of the reach of Walker. Oh, if this does remain goalless, not much to remember the contest by. American Soccer Club had a penalty waved away controversially when Braden Walker was pulled down by Sousay. Looked on first glance like a penalty, and then Osner's cracked the post with a brilliant Calabou free kick, but not a huge amount of notable action other than that. Had some speculative shots, some half chances. Still time for something here though, and a goal now would surely be the winner. Palamake is going to drive it up. Osner standing the test once more. You think Palamake is someone American Soccer Club would have wanted in the box when that ball was hammered in, not taking it. Nicolo with a good step, gets it back from Fitzgerald. Palamake. Long ball towards Walker. Really good control. Romero gets fouled, advantage played. Kirilenko. Kirilenko straight into the hands of Medina. Pierre. Or Lucien even, I beg your pardon. Fitzgerald with heavy legs, but still able to make that tackle. Not easy to keep up with Lucien when you're feeling the lactic acid. 1 minute of the 90 remaining. Imagine we'll get at least 4 minutes of stoppage time. We had a few injuries to Osner's players that required some treatment. Pinto looking towards Rosero. It's a good look. Slightly overcooked the pass. Rosero, or Romero, trying to help it on to Walker. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Still time for American Soccer Club to find that goal that gives them clear daylight over Santa Cruz in the playoff zone. Still time for Osners to provide an upset. Gannon off his line very quickly. Palameke. Romero. Poor pass. Fitzgerald. Romero helps around the corner. Referee's going to play advantage. Good decision by him. Pinto skips the tackle. Another advantage. Sanchez towards the far post. And that was incredibly awkward for Marvin Mondesir, who's facing his own goal. Had to get something on it with Rosero on his shoulder. And he did really well not to turn that into his own net, because that was moving with pace. And awkward on the bounce. Corner kick for the Fighting Tomcats. Can they find the winner? All eyes on the big man Palameke, who delighted Mitchell Athletic Complex with a stoppage time goal 2 weeks ago. Pinto swings it in. Palameke wasn't far away from it. Didn't connect. Everyone back for Osners. Kirilenko can bring it down. They'll drive it forwards. Osners defending well, and this time Kirilenko is going to have to be careful. Lucian chasing after it. Well dealt with by Kirilenko. Gannon hammers it forwards. One in the midfield by Osners. Favard. Lute. Not a great return from him, but also not a great touch by Braden Walker. Favard. Susay. Kirilenko wins the header. A little bit loose from Nicolau. 2 minutes of the 5 has been played. It may have been one back here. Rosero for a second. Or Romero actually looked like he'd pickpocketed Susay, who did recover. Hair-raising moment for the centre-back. Driven force to Sanchez. It's now or never if American Soccer Club are going to find that winner. Here's a man who could do it. Rosero rides the tackle. Junior Rosero! That was the chance to win it. What a debut that would have been for Rosero. But he's just past that far post. And he knows it. Caught it sweetly. But just off with the accuracy, it swerved away at the last minute. This will be the first 0-0 draw in American Soccer Club's history, unless Palamecki heaves it forwards. Seconds left. Referee's looking at his watch. Kirilenko will get a free kick. And this has surely just got to go in the penalty area now. Oh, actually, the referee's given him the throw-in. Palamecki down the line. Really good tackle by Pinto, but it's of no consequence. It finishes at Mitchell Athletic Complex goalless. Osner's first point of the season, their first clean sheet of the season. Not the result the Fighting Tomcats were hoping for. They do go into the playoff zone on goal difference, level with Santa Cruz, but they had an opportunity here to get a 2-point gap ahead of Cruz. And this weekend on Saturday, with all the teams playing at the same time, it is American Soccer Club, who've got a very difficult trip away against the league leaders Shockers, and Santa Cruz, who host Newport, who have only got a point this season. So a very good chance that by the time American Soccer Club and Santa Cruz meet on the 27th, Santa Cruz will once again have a points lead. Game and frame. Yeah. And also, guys, a reminder, we've got lots of action coming up this weekend. Osners we're going to see again, 4:30 p.m. in the UPSL against Red Hook. That's going to be in the UPSL North American semi-final. Cosmos B against Union Soccer Club, 7:30 p.m. in UPSL South American semis, and then Renegades against Empire, 8:20 p.m. back in Long Island in the American North semi-final. And also have to note, our final game perhaps for American Soccer Club, unless they make the playoffs, is going to be their friendly against the Cosmos next week. 7 o'clock kickoff at Stony Brook. Certainly hope that we will see you there. Well, guys, big thank you to all of you for tuning in. Thank you to Josh Ajokwu for doing fantastic work behind the camera. And we look forward, and also a big thank you to American Soccer Club for bringing us down here. Very entertaining games, all of them that we've seen, and we're really looking forward to that Cosmos game next week. But for now, this is Josh Pratt signing off from Mitchell Athletic Complex. Have a good night, everyone.